Rachael Ray built an empire on 30-minute meals and her big smile. But this cheerful chef who made cooking seem easy doesn't look the same anymore. She has a puffier face and looks messy, which has fans really worried. Is she okay? What's really happening? And why won't anyone tell us what's going on? Rachael posted a video on Instagram about her late friend, Tony Bennett. The story was sweet, but fans weren't paying attention to the story. They were worried about how she looked and talked. Her hair was messy. No makeup. She looked tired. The usual energy, that special Rachael Ray brightness, felt quiet, and she was slurring her words. This wasn't the Rachael fans remembered from 30-minute meals, or her talk show that ended in 22:3. In February 2025, in a clip from Meals in Minutes, she seemed playful, but fans said her behavior was weird. Then in May 2025, on Mother's Day, she posts about her mom, talks about growing up poor, learning to make $40 a week work for food. But again, fans saw the same things. The way she talked didn't match what they expected. The messy appearance felt so different from the neat TV personality they grew up watching. In October 2025, photographers caught her in New York City, heading to the Drew Barrymore show. The photos spread across gossip websites within hours. Alliance shouted about how different she looks. Swollen face, no makeup, casual clothes. Everyone is asking, what happened to Rachael Ray? Here's what we know. In October 2024, Rachael said she had a couple of bad falls that temporarily stopped her from doing physical things she loves. She doesn't give details. Her naturally scratchy voice comes from childhood croup, not something recent. In 2008, she had small surgery for a harmless vocal cord cyst. No cancer. Her representative called her perfectly healthy, but that was 17 years ago. Things change. The guessing went crazy. Strokes, secret illnesses, mental health problems. An insider tells the Daily Mail it's a bad wisdom tooth causing the speech problems, not a stroke. That explanation makes some fans feel better. Others don't believe it. No new official statements talk about the recent worries directly. Then she shared a message on her podcast. That's the beauty of life. You have to learn to understand when things are sad. When things are sad, what things? She doesn't say. Fans fill in the blanks themselves. But maybe the changes started on August 9, 2020. Lake Luzerne, New York. Rachael's upstate home built from old barns. Early evening, a neighbor notices smoke. The roof is on fire. Rachael and John get out quickly. Her mother gets out. Her dog escapes. Everyone's safe, but then Rachael watches her home burn. State investigators figured out the fire started in a fireplace chimney. The fire spread fast. Flames ate up the roof. The second floor had heavy damage. Over a dozen fire departments came, but couldn't save most of the house. Rachael ran back in despite the danger. She tried to save things that couldn't be replaced. Letters from her 87-year-old mother who was losing her eyesight. Decades of cards and notes. Paintings made just for her and John. Music, photos, notebooks, the physical proof of their life together. She got out with almost nothing. We lost a huge part of the physical evidence that we exist, she said later. Her mom was basically blind by then. Those letters showed decades of communication, memories that couldn't be replaced. Gone, the kitchen survived. The fancy kitchen where she'd filmed countless episodes stayed mostly okay. But upstairs, where she'd lived her private life, the bedroom. The personal spaces, those burned. They rebuilt, almost exactly like the original. A whole year of construction. Moving back into a house that looked like the one they lost, but felt different. All the history inside was gone. She turned the sadness into work. Created a show helping others rebuild after disasters. But maybe you can't just build your way past that kind of loss. Maybe watching your life burn leaves scars that don't show up in building plans. Just weeks before the fire in May 2020, her dog died, 15 years together, then the house. 2 huge losses in 3 months during a pandemic. She tweeted, "In last few months, we lost our dog of 15 years and our home to fire." 2 sentences. Decades of memories turned into a single tweet. Rachael wasn't born into money or a king-class upbringing, restaurant family. Her mother taught her to stretch $40 a week for food, not as a fun challenge, as survival. Those lessons became the foundation of her whole career. 30-minute meals made her a Food Network star because she was someone who worked all day and still needed to eat. Someone who understood that most people aren't trying to create restaurant-quality dishes. They're just trying to feed their families. Her cookbook came out in 1998. The Food Network show followed. Then $40 a day in 2002. Then the talk show in 2006. That ran for 17 seasons. From struggling to pay rent to building an empire, she was relatable, and that built her empire. As of late 2025, Rachael is professionally active. She ended her talk show in 2023 but didn't stop working. She launched free food studios, signed a deal with A&E Networks in 2024. She's producing Rachael Ray's Meals in Minutes and Rachael Ray in Tuscany. 110 episodes announced. Season 3 started in January 2025. She promotes her gin brand, appears at festivals, shows up on The Drew Barrymore Show. She now lives a more private life between New York and Italy. Bought a home in Tuscany in 2021. Her husband John loves New York. She tells him to go as often as he likes. A marriage of 20 years allows space. In October 2025, she tells Us Weekly she's busier than ever. Her inner circle, according to anonymous sources, is worried. She has shut people out and lives a very private life. But who are these sources? If they're so worried, why are they talking to gossip sites? She hasn't told the public about major health problems. The falls in October 2024. The wisdom tooth in October 2025. That's all we have. That's confirmed. Rachael is 57 now. She's accepting aging naturally. No obvious plastic surgery. No makeup in casual videos. Looking like a regular person instead of a TV personality. Some fans defend her strongly, pointing out that she simply stopped wearing makeup. That natural aging doesn't mean illness. Others stay worried, convinced something serious is happening. Both groups are watching the same videos, coming to completely different conclusions. So what's really happening? Nobody knows. Is she dealing with health problems she's chosen to keep private? That's her right. Did the falls cause more damage than she's letting on? Possible. Is her speech actually slurred, or are fans looking for problems? From medication, weight gain, natural aging, dental problems, all possible, none confirmed. She's worked in the public eye since 2001. 24 years of cameras and constant public watching. Maybe she's just tired. Maybe she wants to cook in Italy and be left alone. Did watching her house burn and losing her dog change something basic about how she approaches life? Is she okay? Define okay? Is anyone really okay at 57 after watching their house burn and their dog die and ending a nearly 2-decade career and managing a marriage while living on different continents and aging under constant public watching? Maybe the answer is this: pay attention. Notice when someone seems different, but trust that they're allowed to be different. That change doesn't always equal crisis. That privacy doesn't always mean hiding. Rachael Ray helped millions of people learn to cook. Maybe now she needs the same kindness she gave to us. Whatever's happening, she's still here, still working, still showing up in whatever way she chooses. Is she okay? Only she can answer that. And she doesn't owe us the answer.